Hi, I'm Nathan from S7R, and this is the top 5 Formula 1 moments in F1 history. We're going to start off with number 5, the 1979 French Grand Prix. Oddly enough, this was the first victory for a turbocharged car in Formula 1, but hardly anybody remembers Jean-Pierre Jabelli winning in the Renault's yellow teapot. No, this was all about René Arnoux battling Gilles Villeneuve. I've watched hundreds of races. If you were to ask me which one was the most exciting, then it would be hard to find one that stands out more than the 1979 French Grand Prix, legendary Formula 1 commentator Murray Walker noted many years later. As gripping a sporting spectacle as John McEnroe versus Bjorn Borg in the 1980 Wimbledon final, or Ali versus Fraser in Madison Square Garden in 1971. And now Villeneuve were only fighting for second place as well. So in fourth position, we have the 1971 Italian Grand Prix. Watch it now and weep. This race saw the closest ever finish in Formula 1 history. British driver Peter Gevin in the BRM leading Ronnie Peterson across the finishing line by just 0.01 seconds. The top 5 were all separated by 0.61 seconds. That was unbelievable. This was Gevin's only win and indeed his only podium finish. He'd started the last lap in 4th place, opting to rinse everything he could out of the engine. He noted the rev limit was 10,500 RPM, but he took it to 11,500 snatching top gear, figuring that the bugger would probably blow apart, but if it didn't, he would win. He also managed to do a victory salute as he crossed the line. A nice piece of psychological thinking to cement his minuscule lead over Peterson. His average speed of 150 miles per hour around a lap remained the fastest in F1 until Michael Schumacher nicked it off him at Monza 2003. Next up in third position, we have 1992 British Grand Prix. The flat-capped, mustachioed everyman of modern F1 Mansell enjoyed an imperious championship winning season in 1992. Rarely has F1 had a more populist moment than the 92's British Grand Prix, which Nige won from pole position, having led every single lap. With the fastest lap in the bag too, and eclipsing Jackie Stewart's 27 race-winning record, the crowd burst the Silverstone banks, flooded onto the circuit. Simpler times somehow. 3 future world champions, Damon Hill, Mika Hakkinen and Michael Schumacher looked on, rather bemused one might imagine. In second place, we have the 1957 German Grand Prix, the greatest drive by the man widely regarded as the greatest Formula 1 driver of all time, and arguably the trickiest circuit of them all. Driving the immortal Maserati 250F, Fangio was battling the Lancia Ferrari D50s of Mike Hawthorne and Peter Collins. Nello Ugolini proposed running less fuel and softer tyres, a lighter car being better suited to the Nürburgring's abrasive service. Then doing a single pit stop, Fangio was leading, but when his stop on lap 12 was bungled, he found himself in third place, 30 plus seconds adrift. What followed was a drive of superhuman character. When chief mechanic Girino Bertocci gave him the flat-out signal, Fangio set a succession of new lap records as he reeled in the Ferraris. Despite his seat coming loose, he won the Grand Prix, the last victory of 24 he won in his storied career. In first position, we have the 1988 Monaco Grand Prix. This was Ayrton Senna's pole lap. He approached qualifying like it was a religious experience, quoted McLaren's team manager Joe Ramirez. Only 3 races into his McLaren career, his determination to outpace Prost raised Senna's commitment to an almost spiritual level. Monte Carlo was the place where it all crystallised. He ended up 1.4 seconds ahead of Prost. The gap to third place Gerhard Berger was 2.6 seconds. I was in a different dimension. The circuit for me was a tunnel. I was just going and going. I realised I was well beyond my conscious understanding. I was way over the limit, but still able to find more. That was the maximum for me. No room for anything more. Senna's form in the race was equally majestic until lap 67 when he slivered wide into the barriers at Poitiers and crashed out, handing Prost the victory. So Senna was human after all.